Good afternoon, KELOLAND. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. We still have a couple of showers, maybe an isolated thunder shower in the Minnesota and northwestern Iowa. That is moving to the northeast. Temperatures are warm. Numbers already in the 70s and 80s in many locations. It will be another windy afternoon, too, with our strong southerly winds 15 to 30 miles per hour. With the occasional higher gust, temperatures today will reach the 80s and 90s. Late day thunderstorms across western South Dakota. Now I'll have more details on your forecast coming up as we begin midday in KELOLAND.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, midday in KELOLAND.
Reflecting on the move to be phone-free in the Gettysburg School District. Plus,
I'm Trevor Shirley in Washington. Senate Democrats are teeing up a vote on IVF access. Coming up, I'll explain, though, why they already think it's certain to fail.
good afternoon and thanks for having us in. An Aberdeen man has been indicted on 7 counts of computer-generated child pornography. South Dakota Attorney General Marty Jackley's office says William Webster Bragg, 56, was indicted on September 11th by a Brown County grand jury on 1 count of distributing child pornography and 6 counts of possessing child pornography. Bragg's next court appearance is scheduled for October 15th. According to a social media post from the Kingsbury County Sheriff's Office, another school threat surfaced on Monday to the Arlington School District. The threat prompted the school district to contact the Department of Criminal Investigation. The post says DCI investigated the threat and determined it was no longer an active threat to the school. In weather, pretty warm out there. We know that fall's coming soon. Doesn't feel like it, Scott.
No, it doesn't. You know, these strong southerly winds keeping this warm air in place, keeping the higher humidity in place, too. That's one thing I've noticed and been quite surprised about is how the humidity has been able to stick around over the past several days. And here we are in the middle of September. Temperature in Sioux Falls is 80 degrees. We have a southerly wind, which is strong, coming in 21 miles per hour, but we have those wind gusts to the mid-30s. This is KELOLAND Live Doppler HD. With our Beersford radar, we had another round of these scattered showers develop across northwestern Iowa, southwestern Minnesota. Every now and then we had a lightning strike with these too. These are moving to the northeast, and I think they will move their way out of the area. Give it about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and then we'll have sunshine across Iowa and Minnesota. Well, we do have rainfall amounts that barely registered in Sioux Falls at 1/100th of an inch. I think I had maybe 2/100ths at my house. Worthington at about 1/10 of an inch, and Sheldon the same thing. Maurice came in just over a 1/2 inch, and Slayton at about 16/100ths. And in between those areas, we had some decent amounts of anywhere from 1/4 to maybe a 1/2 inch for those areas shaded in green. Temperatures at the moment are in the 70s and 80s with that strong southerly wind gusts of near 35 miles per hour to 40 may be felt as we do go into the afternoon in eastern and southeastern KELOLAND. Dew point numbers are in the 60s, middle 60s. That's that humidity I just spoke about a little bit ago. And we'll continue with that theme. With our strong southerly winds today, the humidity stays. Notice how the dew point temperatures remain in the 60s. A southwest wind is a good drying wind, and that's what we'll see across central western South Dakota. Not that we need it because we have very dry conditions anyway, but that's the reason why the dew point temperatures do go down. We'll eventually see a west to northwest wind in eastern KELOLAND for Thursday afternoon and evening. That will help bring in the drier air. Temperatures for today will reach the 80s and 90s, mostly sunny to partly cloudy. We'll watch thunderstorms this evening in western South Dakota. We'll watch for scattered thunderstorms during the overnight, central and eastern KELOLAND. Some of them may greet you early tomorrow morning in the east. I'll have more details on your KELOLAND Live Doppler forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. House Speaker Mike Johnson will move ahead with a temporary spending bill that would prevent a partial government shutdown when the new budget year begins on October 1st. This comes after headwinds which prompted him to pull the bill from consideration last week. The bill includes a requirement that people registering to vote must provide proof of citizenship. The requirement has become a leading election year priority for Republicans who are raising the specter of non-citizens voting in the U.S., even though it is already illegal to do so, and research shows that such voting is rare. For the second time this year, the U.S. Senate will vote on legislation establishing a nationwide right to in vitro fertilization, or IVF, but it has little chance of passing after Republicans blocked the same legislation earlier this year. Washington correspondent Trevor Shirley is in D.C. with this report.
Democrats know this effort will likely fail, but for them, it's a messaging move ahead of this year's elections.
If Republicans truly stand on the side of families, as they regularly claim, then they should leap at the opportunity to protect people's right to access IVF.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer almost daring Republicans to vote against today's bill, hoping to get them on record as to where they stand on IVF access.
It just seems like it's just scoring political points. They're going to bring up the same bill that didn't pass before.
Florida Senator Rick Scott, a Republican, accusing Democrats of playing politics, saying there's no threat to the procedure.
I'm glad that IVF is legal and available in all 50 states, and there's no actual risk of it going away.
Today's bill would enshrine the right to IVF after some states like Alabama moved to restrict access to the procedure earlier this year.
It establishes a clear and enforceable nationwide right to receive, provide, or cover IVF services and other assisted reproductive technology. It also expands insurance coverage for that care.
Weeks ago, former President Donald Trump promised that if reelected, he'd make insurance companies cover the cost of IVF, which can reach into the tens of thousands of dollars.
As far as I can tell, not Senator Scott, but Republicans generally basically never thought he was serious about it.
The question now, will that stance by the former president influence any in the GOP today?
I hope that the Democrats are going to get serious about doing something that's going to really benefit hardworking people and help grow their families.
And that vote is scheduled to happen later this afternoon. Reporting in Washington, I'm Trevor Shirley.
In South Dakota, the Gettysburg School District has become phones free. Coming up tonight in 2 reports from yours truly, you're going to hear from teachers, administrators, and of course students about the move.
This year we decided to include what are called yonder pouches, and basically a student turns their phone off anytime they're in the building and they put it in a lockable pouch and they lock it.
They're getting a better education here now without their cell phones as a distraction. And that's the biggest thing.
They care a lot more about their grades and they aren't worried about what's going on social media in the 8 hours that they're at the school anyway.
You're going to see the first report earlier tonight when we look at what teachers and administrators have to say. And then tonight's Eye on KELOLAND at 10, it's the students' turn to share their perspectives.